She left you because she is hypergamous. Listen, you can't dwell on it. You can't overthink it. Whether or not it was a work boyfriend, because trust and believe, while she's at work, she's constantly looking around to see, what the options are, who's cute. And she's on the phone with her friends like, oh, such and such at my job is cute. Listen, she's constantly observing on social media. If a woman decides to leave you, as far as in thinking another guy is a better option than you, another guy has it better than you have to be okay with that, man. Whether or not she's checking out somebody else at your school, in class. Listen, man, the woman hypergamy will always be in her. The hypergamy in the woman will never go away. Her hypergamous ways will never change. What you have to change is your situation, though. What you have to do is level up over and over and over. Because while you're constantly wondering what the woman is thinking, while you're constantly, head in her behind, you're not realizing, like, dog, she's hypergamous for the guy who's not dwelling over her, over the guy who's not head over heels over her. See, you will always lose. You will always get left behind if you continue to leave yourself behind, because you're constantly looking for a reason why are women leaving your life. What you have to understand is your turn, man. It is your turn. You have to really, as a man, be focused on the turn that the world has to present other than the woman, and capitalize so you can really see the change in your life and the change in these women behavior, how they treat you and how they go about you. Man, you apply these things that I'm telling you, your life will change. It has no choice but to change. But you have to understand the game of the woman hypergamy, her hypergamy ways. These women will cheat on you and you won't ever know it. And you could think, oh, cause they are better cheater than you, and they're much sneakier than you. No, the dude who's just actually getting in there, he just won't tell you, because why would a dude mess up what he got going on that's good for him? We're not women where the woman want more as in a relationship. You ever been, dealing with a woman and she start to question, like, where are we going with this, or what is this? I done had it, you know what I mean? I'm going crazy. In and out. In her guts. And she hit me with, what are we, and what are we gonna do with this, and are we gonna take this to a relationship? And I quickly told her, like, you know what I mean, we vibing right now, and yeah, it's that, you know what I mean, we vibing right now, and just slow it down some. And I continue to vibe with her, but overall she wanted something way more. They will always want more. I say this to say they will always want more, as in a relationship, as in your feelings, as in your commitment, as in your time. But you must understand the most crucial thing as you as a man is your time. We get 24 hours in a day. A lot of times, a lot of men wonder, how can I make it happen? Dog, you make it happen by just getting off your feet. Getting off your butt and getting on your feet. My fault. On your feet, dog. On your feet. Because the thing you got to realize, we constantly wondering, how can we make change in our life? And how can we stop thinking about that ex? How can we stop thinking about that girl who did us wrong? But dog, it all start with getting to the work. getting to being on her feet, dog. I know some of y'all dudes don't want the image of having a job, dog. You gotta understand, you gotta do what you gotta do to get to where you wanna be. You may have to rock out a job for a year, a decade, 2 decades, 3 decades in order to be that entrepreneur you wanna be. This is life, dog. This ain't no cheat code because you see fast life on the internet. Yeah, you know what I mean? You could obtain that, but dog, you have to put the work in, and you may have to get a job. Most men, 99% of men, get a job. 100% of men, get a job, dog. You know what I mean? Grind it out to get to that entrepreneur stage. And overall, invest your income that you get from your job into your entrepreneurship, your business. And these are all things that's going to take your mind off the woman. Yeah, when you get off work, you're going to want, affection and, time of cuddling. But one thing you got to understand, especially as a young man, and especially as, a man reaching his prime, or maybe a man in his prime, all men, what you got to understand, once you start getting affection and, being overall affectionate with the woman, you have to come to realize you can get comfortable. You can reach a state of pleasure where you don't want to leave that state of pleasure. So you have to have perfect balance. You have to be able to, all right, night over. All right, I got to get up and go to work tomorrow. Or, all right, night over. I got a business meeting in the morning. All right, I had my fun. I got to get on this tonight and finish up some work. Because it's not about just being busy all the time. We do these things so we could free ourselves up. It's okay that she left you. She is not the focus. She is not what's gonna get you to the next level to see it, to see like, all right, dog, I got all these options right here. Because, it wasn't that they was off limits. I just had to get here in my life. I had to get, a certain place in my life to where they couldn't deny me no more. You know what I mean? Because it's always in your ballpark. It's always in your ballpark, but you can never realize that when you're worrying about the one who left you or the one who don't see that is in your ballpark. Because the fun fact is, they see that it's in your ballpark, but they would never want you to know that. You know what I mean? So they may try to reject you. They may try to put down what you got going on. But what you got to understand is you got to get focused. You can't dwell and you can't stay stagnant, and you cannot stay stagnant in like comfortable moments. You know what I mean? A lot of y'all got girlfriends and y'all having to pay for the woman meal. Y'all have to dedicate a portion of the check to the woman. And dog, you really, especially if you're young trying to get off your feet, you really got to understand, man, you got to choose, man, your evolution, or I'm not going to say the woman, because if the woman is right for your program, keep her along. But you got to choose your money decisions wisely. You understand? You got to choose what you honestly want out of this life, and when do you plan on getting to where you want to get to, and how much work are you going to put in to get to where you want to get to? Because you're gonna have that shorty being hypergamous and looking other ways when you're working X amount of hours to free yourself up so you don't have to work X amount of hours. And she's looking around and she may think it's greener on the guy who's, maybe in the streets who got that fast money coming in. He got it going on over there real quick. But you got to understand, dog, you got everything you need. You got yours coming. But by you not being focused and getting knocked off worrying about her, you would never reach it. You would never reach your success. You won't. You won't, because you will constantly have soul ties holding you back. Pour love into yourself so you have full understanding of getting to your destinations, and don't have so much of an attachment to people, even though they may have touched you as far as in I would say, a way of, they meant a lot to you. Cherish that, but don't have that hold you back. Don't have that have you overthinking during the reflection stages of your life and during the reflection stages of a situation, and allow you to review it and reflect positively and move forward. And if it was a negative moment, add it to the fire, add it to the fuel. Because they're going to come. They're going to come. So just understand that, man. And you'll have a lot more options. But right now, we got to continue to work. We got to continue to go forward. And we got to continue to really put it on, kings. Because nobody going to do the work for us. And that woman, she not going to do the work for you. And she not going to come along to you at the finish line. So, like, and understand this and apply this. Comment, subscribe. I'm going to holler at y'all on another one, man.